The Google Pixel is a great smartphone, but it's not without its flaws either. Let's take a look at the 5 best and worst things about Google's newest device. Starting with the good stuff, I really enjoy the display on this device. Even though it's only a 5-inch 1080p AMOLED display, it's still a bright and vivid panel with great viewing angles for outdoor usage. Obviously, you can bump that up to a 5.5-inch Quad HD AMOLED display with the XL, and it still won't outshine some of the best panels on the market, such as the Galaxy S7, but it does come close. Watching videos or playing games on this screen is not going to disappoint, and some of the benefits that come with a 1080p display is the substantial performance and battery life. Camera. Without a doubt, this is one of the best, if not the best, rear camera on a smartphone yet. What really amazes me is that I can take the phone out of my pocket, double tap that power button and snap a quick photo of my subject without having the image being a blurry or overexposed mess. There's almost no shutter lag, super fast autofocus, and Google's enhanced HDR+ mode makes this one of the fastest cellular shooters I've ever seen. Combine that with unlimited Google Photos cloud storage at full resolution, and there's no debating that this camera definitely lives up to Google's claims. If we take a look at the images, colors look natural and sharp, toning down the shadows and highlights. Even in low light scenarios, details and colors still held up quite well with little to no noise, softening, or blown out highlights. Shooting video in 4K resolution with an electronic stabilization will also bring you somewhat smooth and crispy footage on a bumpy road, but it does occasionally overcompensate for intended movement, which will sometimes lead to robotic looking pans and sudden shifts. Still, the Google Pixel makes for a highly impressive camera that anyone will come to love. Software. I honestly love the software. The Pixel is the best way to experience all of the new Nougat features, including some that are exclusive to this phone. There's a new white navigation bar with a subtle animation when tapping the home button, Google Assistant to help you with all of your questions in a conversation format, a redesigned launcher with beautiful live wallpapers, launcher shortcuts, swipe up gesture for the app drawer, and circular icons. In the settings, you have a nightlight to reduce stress on your eyes at night, an enhanced Google Backup to automatically store your app data, contacts, SMS, Wi-Fi passwords, and so forth, a new swipe gesture to check your notifications or bring up the quick settings panel just by swiping down on the fingerprint sensor or swiping it up to close it, a support section to call or chat with a Google representative whenever you need help with your device, and blue accents all around the UI. For now, most of these features mentioned can only be found on the Google Pixel, and you'll be very satisfied knowing everything is smooth, application reload time is fast, there's no bloatware to be found, and you'll be the first to get software updates for 2 years guaranteed. Performance. With all these new bells and whistles, it's good to know that this phone can handle everything like a champ. Now, I haven't had the Pixel long enough to say what long-term slowdown looks like, but I can say the day-to-day consistency of the speed is totally commendable. With a Snapdragon 821 chip, UFS 2.0 storage, and 4GB of RAM, everything opens quickly, rarely stutters, and runs buttery smooth. Even when I happen to switch over to the S7 Edge, it still doesn't seem as quick as the Pixel. Lag spikes become more noticeable to me as I switch over to different devices. Heavy 3D gaming wasn't any different with the Adreno 530 GPU. Overall, this is one of the most consistently fast phones I've ever used. Battery plus charging. Another great benefit is the battery life. Even though it only has 2,770 mAh, I could easily get through an entire day with regular usage at 4.5 to 5 hours of screen on time. Obviously, your stats may not match mine, but keep in mind that I have Bluetooth enabled at all times from Moto 360, GPS for navigational purposes, Wi-Fi, music streaming, and my brightness turned almost to the max. Plus, with USB Type-C power delivery standard, I was able to fully charge the device in just under 2 hours. In general, I'd say the battery life is pretty solid, and with quick charge, you shouldn't have a problem using the Pixel through an entire day. Switching over to the flaws, and please keep in mind that some of these are a bit nitpicky, so they are undesirable features, but nothing that will make you believe that the Pixel is a horrible device. Price. Starting you at $650, you can get the regular Pixel with 32GB, which has a smaller display and battery capacity than the XL. If you were to purchase a Pixel XL with 128GB, you'll end up paying $870, and that's not including sales tax or Pixel Protect. That's $220 more than the Nexus 6P at a 128GB model, and regular Galaxy S7 at its launch, $100 more than the S7 Edge, and same price point as the iPhone 7 Plus 128GB variant. That's a lot of money. It's definitely a great device with plenty of new features, but at the end of the day, this is easily one of the most controversial parts, as nowadays you can get a decent device such as the Axon 7 or OnePlus 3 that cut the price in half, and arguably provide a similar experience. This topic honestly comes down to personal opinion, but I do think the Pixel is a bit overpriced. If you also think the 2-year device protection plan by Google is a bit too much at $100, you should definitely check out Upsy. They provide a 2-year accidental warranty plan, but it's only $80. There's also a deductible of $75 for any device, but you will still be saving some cash because Google's deductible on the protection plan is $4 extra for the Pixel and $24 extra for the Pixel XL. They cover drops, spills, and malfunctions to protect your smartphone, and they're definitely not overcharging you for insurance like most other phone companies do. Plus, if you use the coupon code AndrewPolice, you get 10% off, so if you want to try it out, I'll leave a link down below. No expandable storage or 64GB model. With only 2 variants to choose from, 32 and 128, it's a little disappointing that a 64GB model was not an option, especially since this device doesn't have a microSD card slot. I get that Google is not including expandable storage because they want their users to take advantage of the cloud, but I just don't see why they didn't include a 64GB option. For some users, including myself, 32GB is just not enough storage, especially since the OS already takes up 5.4GB, and updates to the pre-installed Google apps will take up around 1GB, leaving you with 25GB to spare right out of the box. If you want to get more storage, you'll have to pay $100 extra, and for some users that just sounds like a waste of money, as they may not even get close to using up that much space. If it were up to me, I would have just included a 64GB variant for $50 more, and that would have made a huge difference. Speaker. The single downward facing speaker on this device would have been better off if it was on the front like the Nexus 6P. Don't get me wrong, it still gets loud and doesn't distort at its high points, but whenever I'm watching YouTube videos or playing a game in landscape mode, without my headphones, the palm of my hand tends to muffle the sound and makes it seem like the volume is turned way down. I would have let it slide if there wasn't any room on the front, but there obviously is. No water resistance. I think we all know this by now, but the Google Pixel is not waterproof. With an IP53 certification, the only way this device can meet water and have a guaranteed survival is if you're in the rain or if it gets a little wet. Google claims that they just didn't have enough time to work with HTC to make a waterproof design, and there are a couple videos out there of Pixels surviving immersions, but that's not to say that you should be dropping this thing in a bucket of water, as other components throughout the phone could get damaged over time. No wireless charging. Maybe I'm being a little nitpicky on this subject, but wireless charging would have been nice. Google just decided to not include this feature after the release of the Nexus 6P, and it's still a missing feature on the Pixel. It's definitely not a huge impact like the removal of the headphone jack, but I enjoy throwing my phone on top of a wireless charging pad at night and not having to mess around with any cables, but it's not the end of the world. Well, that's it for this video. Let me know in the comments what you think about the Google Pixel. Make sure to give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it. Check out AndrewPolice.com for some great Android news, and I will see you guys in the next one.